Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it's episode 47, and today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week of the 14th of November 2019. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to coordinate data to spotlight the hottest selling comics. Here is this week's top 20, guys. As always, let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. And we're starting in at number 20 with a book from 1992, Amazing Spider-Man, guys, issue 362. Always nice when an older book makes our list. But this is the second full appearance of Carnage, and it's also a key issue that sets the table for Maximum Carnage, which apparently the Venom sequel is rumoured to be based on. It sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 101%, and at a high sale, CGC 9.8 went for $60, guys. Moving on, we have number 19 on our list, and it is X-Force issue 1, the Todd McFarlane Hidden Gem 1 in 100 incentive variant. Said it before, guys, I have no chance of getting these incentives as my LCSs do not get them in. I don't think I picked them up anyway. Now, what are your opinions on that variant? Several of the Hidden Gem variants can be hit or miss. Regardless, McFarlane is McFarlane, and his exclusive covers will always be collectible. It sold 25 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 67%, and a high sale raw went for a staggering $150. Number 18 on our list. This is a series, one of the very first series I read fully, and I don't do runs, but this one grabbed me straight from the off, and that is Thanos. The book in question, guys, one I actually missed out on, one of the few from that run, is Thanos issue 15. I have the regular, but the book in question this time from 2018 is the fourth printing. The fourth printing, guys. Now, the fourth print of the first Fallen one, aka Black Surfer, has him featured on the variant cover. And it was super under-ordered and was hard to find. It sold 11 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 156%, and at a high sale raw went for $40, guys. Good stuff indeed. Now, number 17 on our list is a book from 2016, and it's a book that was originally mentioned that the next Spider-Verse would be centered around this issue. The book in question, Spider-Woman Alpha, issue number 1. I do like that cover. What can I tell you about that one? Now, whether or not that is true that it'll be centered around that book, it still features 3 key Spider-Women that are expected to appear in the film. And the variant is a super pricey book as well. Now, this standard edition sold 17 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 105%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for an impressive $135. Cannot wait for that Spider-Verse sequel, although it seems to be quite some way off. More news on that later. Number 16 on our list, guys, is a book I still haven't got. I passed on ratty copies, but I want a nice one when I finally get this. The book in question from 1988, Wolverine, issue number 1. I'm a huge Hugh Jackman fan, and I had the privilege of seeing him in concert doing his Greatest Showman tour recently. Fantastic all-round entertainer. Well, it's just a great book to pick up, that one, isn't it? It's pretty cheap and is already starting to trend upwards. It sold 15 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 120%, and a CGC 9.8 went for $156. Number 15 on our list, and I'm off the mark, Amazing Spider-Man issue 365. Now, this is, of course, the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. It was Miguel O'Hara. And if you remember the Spider-Verse film, the very first one, in the post-credit scenes, he made an appearance. Now, there is a very rare Australian price variant currently selling for around about $55. So look out for that one, guys. But like I say, this is the regular issue from 1992. This standard version sold 22 copies. Why? Because, of course, Miguel O'Hara is supposedly returning for the sequel. It had a 7-day trend of plus 82% and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a very solid $161. And what did I pay for this? £8.99 at the end of 2018. So the anniversary edition of Spider-Man's 30th year. And it's got a nice hologram cover art that I can never make work. Number 14 on our list. I've got a big run of early Spawn, but this is the only one I've actually read. Spawn issue number 9 from 1993, the first appearance of Angela, who is now, of course, in the Marvel Universe, and I've got that appearance first as well. If you don't know about that, guys, she first appears in Marvel continuity in comics in Age of Ultron, book 10. But this book is trending. First appearance of Angela, and she is called Aldrich Ostensterer. It's also got the first appearance of Cogliostro, who was in the Spawn movie, and first appearance of Medieval Spawn, Sir John of York. First appearance of Gabrielle, and of course, it's got a nice Angela poster in this book from Jim Lee. This book sold 13 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 141%, and a high sale raw went for $41. I've sold a couple of these in my time, I think, but I got this one from a legend that is Carpet Tony for £1.31, and it's a nice grade. I'd say about 9.2, 9.4. Number 13 on our list, and we're talking X-Force, and we are talking the Adi Granoff variant, and this is a 1 in 50 incentive. Don't think too many of you will have that one, guys. Do like that cover though. Well, Adi Granoff has got a big fan base, and just because of that, it's going to sell. It sold 20 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 92%, and had a high sale raw went for $26. So for a 1 in 50, that's still very, very attainable. Number 12 on our list, and this is New Mutants, issue number 1. This is the Art Adams 1 in 50. So we've got another incentive here, another 1 in 50. My daughter can do covers like that. She's just about to start her illustrate. Well, she's going to look at universities she's going to be doing illustration. What can I tell you about that book? Again, Art Adams has a big fan base, and this may not be one of his better ones, but it still sold 26 copies. I like it. It had a 7-day trend of plus 73%, and is trending at ratio of $25 at the moment. And that leaves our first runner-up, number 11 on our chart. We're talking X-Force issue 1, and the book in question is a 1 in 25 RYP variant. Not a bad looking Wolverine cover. That's our number 11 this week, guys. And again, that's a book from this year, and it sold 18 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 108%, and a high sale raw went for $13. So again, very attainable at the moment for that incentive. So we're on to the big top 10. And this is where it starts to get good. Starting in at number 10 on our list is a team that has recently been confirmed at some point to be appearing in the MCU. The book in question, I sold one a little while ago for around about 30. Could have been closer to 40. Incredible Hulk issue 449. Yeah, of course, the first appearance of the Thunderbolts, who is Atlas, Mach 5, Songbird, Citizen Vibe, Moonstone 2, and Meteorite. A good lineup indeed. Now, 19 copies of this book sold recently. The average raw sale now, $51.71. I paid £3 for this, and this is very high grade. Could be a 9.8. And again, did I pay for that in the middle, just around about the middle of 2017, so you can see the increase. On average now, the 9.8s are going for $236. That is a good, solid book. Big potential with that one. Number 9 on our list. I've got 2 copies of this. One is beyond ratty, but I think I'm going to be giving that away at Christmas to a friend. But I have a nicer copy. It's a pence copy, but there's a new movie in development, and the book in question, Red Sonja, issue number 1. What a striking cover. Yeah. This is, of course, because we are getting a Red Sonja movie. Now, Red Sonja's last appearance prior to this was in Marvel Feature, Volume 2, issue number 7. So it sold 22 copies. On average now, the raw's going for $23.84. I paid £2 for mine when in March of 2018. And on average now, the 9.6s are going for $77.73. Red Sonja issue number 1. I'm on a bit of a roll here because at number 8 I've got it as well. Spider-Man issue 2099. Sorry, Spider-Man 2099 issue 1. Get it right, guys. Of course, the Into the Spider-Verse trailer 2 dropped, and it sparked renewed interest in this book. This is the first full appearance and origin of Spider-Man 2099. Of course, Miguel O'Hara. We've also got the first appearance of Alchemex, who is that is weapons and technology. The first appearance of Aaron D'Agato, Dana Delangelo, Gabriel O'Hara, Lila, and Tyler Stone. It's a nice red foil cover, and it sold 25 copies this past week. On average now, the raws are going for $5.35. It's never going to get too pricey. I paid £2.75 for mine in the middle of 2017. It's a mass-produced book. But on average now, the graded copies are going for $66.34. 7 on our list. We're sticking with the Spider-Man theme, and I've got it as well. It's the big boy. Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the first printing. Of course, this is the first appearance of Miles Morales, yet the Ultimate Spider-Man. And of course, he is the star of Into the Spider-Verse and will be back in the Into the Spider-Verse sequel. And apparently, at some point, he is going to be coming into the MCU, which will just blow this book out of all proportions. I passed on a second copy a while back for about 20 or 15 in that sort of range. Let my mate have it instead, sort of beat myself up about that a little bit. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. Now, 23 copies have sold this past week. On average, the raws now a whopping $101. I paid £13.90 for this copy. But it's got so much potential, guys, hasn't it? And it will just continue to rise and rise and rise. I bought that, I think, the day the animated film was announced. When did I buy that? March 2018, something like that. Okay, number 6 on our list, guys, and we are talking Batman Beyond. And the book in question, Batman Beyond, issue number 25, and it is the foil edition. I remember passing on this because it had a few spine ticks a little while ago. But why is this one heating up? Well, we've recently had the first appearance of Batwoman Beyond. That foil is the first appearance of Elena Grayson, believed to be Batwoman Beyond. Okay, so look out for that. Batman Beyond 25 with foil cover. Nice cover as well. Number 4 on our list. We're talking Spawn. Number one. He's just there every week, guys. For a mass-produced book, it sells bucket loads. It's a perennial favourite. It's not the first appearance of Spawn, that is in Malibu Sun 13, but we have the first appearance of Jason Wynn from the Spawn movie, along with Mel Boglia, Wanda Fitzgerald, Sam, Twitch, Stephen Percival, the second title ever published by Image Comics, and of course we've got some lovely artwork from Todd McFarlane. And it sold 44 copies. Crazy stuff. On average now the Raws are just still going for $4.35. I paid £1.31 for a minty copy from the legendary Car Boot Tony. And that was in February 2018. On average now the 9.8s are going for $113. Number 3 on our list is a book I've had my eye on for a little while now. And I passed on it at a car boot the other day because a guy first of all said all his books were £1, and then he was pricing them at like £5 a book or something. And I said, I'm not doing it because he knew I knew my stuff. But the book in question is an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 12. What's so important about this one? Well, it's all Spider-Verse related once again, guys. It's the first comic book appearance of Leo Pardon, the Spider-Man Japan giant robot. And that is supposedly going to be coming into the Spider-Verse 2 film. So keep your eyes peeled for that one, guys. That is from 2015. Okay? Amazing Spider-Man issue 12 from 2015. And we're into the big top 2. And number 2 on our list, I'm happy to say I've got it. Amazing Spider-Man issue 546. More into the Spider-Verse news with this one, guys. But this is the first full appearance of Mr. Negative. Yeah, one of the villains, supposedly, that is going to be in the sequel. Mr. Negative is Martin Lee. We've also got the first appearance of Bill Hollister, Freak, Maya Flores, and the Spider Mugger, Sean Boyle. But a great book. It is heating up nicely. It sold 37 copies this past week. On average now the Raws are going for $15.91. I paid £1 for this, just £1, in March 14th of this year. I make a note of everything. And graded 9.8s now are going for $92.13. On average, like I said, the Raws $11.43. So it's a good book with a big future, I believe, for that one. And that leaves us number 1 on our list, guys, and it is one I made a hot comic book alert about. This is a book that has been recently optioned by, from a Colin Bunn comic. It is from Boom Studios. The book in question, The Unsound, is our number 1, guys. And by all accounts, it is a very creepy tale. I think there's a little like teaser trailer or something from it on YouTube. So look out for that. But that Unsound issue, it sold 34 copies. On an average, the Raws are going for $13.50, guys. That is it. That is our top 20 this week. I'm doing a lot better now. The newer titles are coming down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 20 for Dazzie. If you like what you see, please subscribe, ding that bell, like the video. It means the world to me. I was at a record 748. I've dropped one, 747. But when I get to 800, I will be giving a decent giveaway. I've got some good books, guys. Thanks for all your support. That's Dazzie over and out. Bye for now.